Hey everyone, my name is Peter. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer at TaxDome, and I'm here with our CEO and co-founder, Victor, and we're in Tokyo, Japan. So, Victor, tell us a little bit about TaxDome. How did you and your brother start TaxDome?
Sure. So we started TaxDome in 2017, and at the time, we had, we had worked with accountants before, and we worked with a firm that needed a system built, and we basically built it for them. And it was a custom, bespoke system, and we saw this, and this happened before, the whole SaaS industry was around, and we saw how successful they were, and we got the idea: why don't we take this bespoke product that we built and turn it into a SaaS solution that we can sell to thousands or millions of firms around the world. So that is how TaxDome got started.
Okay, awesome. So, we were growing then to more than 10,000 firms now. Tell us a little bit, the first customers.
Sure.
What were their impression of TaxDome?
Sure. So funny enough, the first customers we got at a trade show very similar to this. We started doing trade shows in the US, and we would come to a trade show, and we got the same feedback as we're getting here now, as people would come up to the booth, something like that, maybe a little less professional, that we built ourselves, and they would look at the feature list and what the system is going to do, and they said, oh my God, where have you been my whole life? Please, please, please tell me this is real, this is not vaporware, and you really are, going to do what you promise. And we were just, I guess, very lucky in that we found ourselves in an industry that really lacked a solution that people wanted, right? So there's definitely demand for it, and the market wasn't providing it. And so when we showed up, there was, it was, like selling, water in the desert.
Very good. So their dream came true, actually. And so, the first customers came in. How would you describe TaxDome as a company? Where do we focus on? What makes us so special?
Sure. So we are, we're a private, family-owned company, and we look really after the long term, right? We're not driven by quarter or next year or very near-term goals. We're looking to build a large company that's going to be an industry leader over the next, maybe 10 to 20 years, and that's how we like to do things, and that's how we operate, and we really, really care about our customers and our employees, right? So this is, we're trying to build basically the company that, all of us would want to work in ourselves.
Perfect. Keyword long term. I'm starting soon my 5th year at TaxDome, so we all believe, in this long term goal at TaxDome. And I remember, when I started, we were in the US, we started a little bit in Canada, and now we are in more than 15 countries, or more than 25 countries with TaxDome. And today we're here in Tokyo, Japan. So tell us, Victor, why Japan?
Well, I personally love Japan. So, I was here a couple of years ago, and I thought, why aren't we here, right? Japan is a developed country. It's very large. It's GDP, top 5 GDP. And I thought, why don't we try, and our solution works everywhere else in the world. Let's try and come to Japan, localize it, and make it happen. And we did, right? And we are in Japan now. We're at the trade show. We have a lot of paying customers. And turns out, our thesis was that no matter where you are in the world, accountants and their clients will move to the cloud. They will want to move away from printing documents and doing things the old way to the new way, right? This is the same, like 100 years ago, some countries had electricity, others didn't, but today it's like a given. Anywhere you go in the world, there's electricity, right? Almost anywhere. So we see the same path forward with, accounting industry, right? No matter where you are in the world, over time, people will gravitate from the old way of doing things, printers, OCR, things like that, to the modern way where it's cloud-based, you exchange documents electronically, you do things electronically, you don't actually have to go to the office, right? And I think it doesn't matter at the end of the day, what country you're in. If you have electricity, if you have computers, and people pay each other money to do things, you're gonna have accountants. And I think we can offer a great solution in those countries.
Exactly. Since we rolled out in Japan, we have already, as Victor said, a lot of paid customers. You will see some video testimonials of them. So let's talk a little bit about the product itself. So, and the strategy. So we got a lot of feedback of firms. They come to our booth and say, so do you have this feature? Do you have this feature? And then we say, yes, yes, yes. And they say, oh, so it's all in one. So on the one side, we try to collect a lot of features into one tool, but on the other side, we want them also to look good in front of the clients. So keyword client experience. Tell us a little bit about those two topics.
Sure. So over the last few years, accountants would use a lot of point tools, right? So you might use one tool for document exchange, another tool for electronic signature, another tool to get paid, and so on and so on. And it just doesn't work as well as having an all-in-one, sort of multi-product company or multi-product product that enables you to do all these things. And what's important is that they're all linked together, right? So it makes you a lot more efficient. And likewise, for your end clients, they don't have to deal with 10 tools where they have to interact with you, right? Client doesn't want to go to one tool to upload a document, to go to another tool to sign a proposal, and to go to another tool to pay you, right? They don't want to think like that, right? They want to take out their phone, they want to have an app on their phone where they do everything. And that's what we provide, right? So it's both, it works very well for the firm that has, all the tools together, and it works very well for the end client who knows there's just one app that he or she has to use, and it's all sorted.
I love the example, by the way, with the phone, because I always say to our firms and prospects, your clients have their accountant in their pocket. So they're always up to date, what they have to do, what their work status is, and also they respond very fast to you. So they respond.
And it's also their expectation, right? They use their phone already, right? Their bank is on their phone. They're, I don't know, they watch movies or videos on their phone. They're used to using their phone to do a lot of things, and you should be on their phone as well, offering your service, just like any other, professional.
Exactly. And because they are the whole time working with you, the end clients of the firms, this impacts also the retention rate. So how many of those clients you have come again to use your service? And that's why we focus so much on this client experience. This one tool they can log in and do a lot of things in it, and also the client mobile app, which is very comfortable. You have your accountant always in the pocket.
Well, an example I would say is look at like ordering food online, right? It is compare you may have a great restaurant, but if you may have a great restaurant in your neighborhood, but if you have to order their food, you have to call them on the phone, you have to talk to somebody, you have to pay cash to the delivery person. It's sort of a pain, right? You would much rather, or a lot of people would much rather, open up a phone, do everything on the phone, order it, and that is just as important, I will posit, as the product itself, right? The delivery, the logistics of how you work with your client is just as important as the ultimate product that you're delivering to them.
Exactly. So we talked a little bit about the past, we talked about the present, we have currently more than 10,000 firms, more than 25 countries. Let's talk a little bit about the future. So tell us more about how does the future of TaxDome look like in regards of development, for example?
Sure. We are super stoked about the future. We're investing very heavily in R&D. I think we published our first annual letter, and we said that we plan to spend over $75 million on research and development over the next 3 years, right? Which I think is quite a lot, and we're super invested in the product, right? Right now, we spend over 60% of our revenue on R&D, and we plan to continue doing that because it's a very large space for us to cover in terms of product development, and we're very excited, and we are super investing into this.
That's great to hear that we really focus on the product development, because this is what our customers actually want. They give us feedback, we listen to it, and we come up with the resources to provide and offer a better solution week by week by week.
Yeah.
So tell us on the other side as a company. So you mentioned, we are a family-owned business. We are very family and friendly oriented, a very deep work culture and transparent communication. how do you see the company continuing as like that?
I mean, the same way, right? You know, I think I really like the culture that we've built, and we plan on continuing the same way, right? You know, on doing, you know, following the same course. And if anything, you know, we want to focus on delivering more features to our client and being even more product focused.
Very good. So we covered the past, we covered the present, and now about the future, what is waiting for us, and you know, also for the different markets. Any last words, Victor, what you would like to share for the Japanese market that they can look forward to?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we're very excited to be in Japan. We view this, you know, Japan is probably our, you know, very important market where we plan to focus in the coming years. It is our biggest probably market outside of Europe and North America at the moment. And you know, we love coming to Japan. And we want to have a lot of reasons to come and meet all of our clients. So you know, we're definitely gonna make it happen here.
Exactly. So we're really looking forward to come often to Japan, attend shows, attend also customer meetings, and just continue having this close relationship with us, telling us what you need, and we will continue providing the best tool which you and your clients will love using.
Thank you.